I wanted to say that Natural Reader got me into writing again. Well, it didn't get me into writing. I'm not writing. It got me excited about about my future self writing um, later on when I'm not doing what I'm doing now. Um, Before I kind of got turned off to writing, Natural Reader, let me explain what that is. Um, Natural Reader is the program you can get for $30, which turns text into voice. So if you're perusing the internet and you want to read some article, you just click play and then you can browse around the internet or do whatever you're doing and you can be listening to it at the same time. But or you could just transfer it to a file and then put it on your MP3. And I love it because I get to multitask. It actually got me really excited about being I was a window washer last year, but I want to be a window washer again. Seems like the perfect job for me because then I get to have a reason to listen to all this stuff I have, these MP3 files I have, because I'm making an audio online encyclopedia. And you can listen to that working. It's kind of harder for me to listen to it when I'm like riding a bike or like lifting weights. I kind of get a lot of the times dragged into just listening to music, but I do listen to it, the educational stuff. But it got me really excited about writing though too, because like I listened to the TED conference a couple months ago, and just they were saying interesting stuff, but I had trouble listening to a lot of them, and I didn't do it, but I almost, and it wasn't pleasurable for me at all listening to these people, and I almost couldn't listen to them because these people, like they're older people, and they'd smack. They had way too good of acoustics, and you could hear like the smacking, which was grossing me out. And then some people just don't have good voices. Like one girl sounded like she was like whining, like on the edge of tears or something. And some people just don't have good voices. And I like listening to the voice they have on Natural Reader is really good. One of them is Kate. And when you're listening to Natural Reader, you're not listening to somebody, and so you're not getting anything clouded. You're not getting any distractions of who they are. You're just getting the raw data of what they're saying, which is cool. And it kind of puts everybody on a level playing ground too. And you can also detect the differences between people's minds, I think, better with Natural Reader than with them talking, because with them talking, well, I know a lot of people are gonna disagree with me on that. I think it's maybe even common knowledge among like communication experts that 99% of communication is voice inflection and tone and all that shit. But I mean, on the other side, I don't really agree with that. On the other side, what I care about is what somebody's saying. I don't care how they're saying it. I mean, if somebody wants to stress a word, they can just capitalize it. And I think in Natural Reader, the person stresses it if they capitalize it, or you just write it a certain way. And I really like that. But anyways, the whole point of this video is Natural Reader really got me excited about writing myself, because I can write and then I can listen to myself write, and I can tell, I can like compare myself to other people on the same exact level playing ground, because it's the same person reading it. And it also makes it easier to proofread. I can really tell problems in syntax or spelling when you listen to it, even if you're not paying attention. And that's kind of one reason that I got turned off to writing, is because I'd write something and then I'd read it again and it'd be like, what? There'd always be problems, like grammatical problems, and I don't know how it happened. Like I thought I proofread it, but then it screwed up again. But with Natural Reader, you can fix it a lot quicker, because you can just listen to it, and then you'd be like, oh, here it was messed up, here it was, and then you just go in and boom, fix it. But I want to write just so that I can listen to it on Natural Reader, just so I can listen to myself, to find out what kind of a writer I am, what kind of a communicator I am, what kind of ideas I have. And it's a lot less time consuming to listen to myself when I'm writing a lot than to have to read it again, because I can put my own stuff up on my MP3 player and listen to it later. So, and I'm kind of hoping turning. I think I think it's the future. I think a lot of people are going to be doing natural reader. I don't know if it's the only program, but are going to be listening to audio more than writing. Once people figure it out that you can in fact retain stuff if you listen to it, if it's interesting enough. And even if it's not interesting, you can still retain it. You know, your subconscious gets it, and you get the gist of stuff. And so many people do, and this is from another video, but so many people do jobs, labor jobs, and stuff where they have plenty of time to listen to stuff. And I think it'll catch on. You know, traffic, standing in lines, and so anybody who writes something is naturally going to have an option to download the text. I know in Blogspot, blog program, you can already push the button and it reads it for you. So so yeah, I want to, you know, if you want to get your ideas across, there's two ways to do it: writing it and speaking it. But writing it actually, but speaking it's better. But writing it is actually, as far as I'm concerned, writing it and turning it into text is better than speaking it, because you your ideas are a lot better thought out, but you get the best of it because people can actually listen to it and do the multitasking thing with it. So anyways, every idea I do, every video I do for YouTube and everything, I'm gonna eventually have that in an article where I write it out, you know, well thought, write it all out, and then have it turned into natural reader, and then I can listen to it again and I can compare myself with all the other people who I listen to, and you know, see what my writing style is. I think I'll get a lot more insights about my writing style and the way I express myself through a unbiased audio rendition of what I wrote. So, and I'm glad I'm getting back into writing. I thought I was over with writing. A lot of people don't like to write because you're not asked to write so much in school, and people use it as punishment. You know, after school, write this 1,000 times, and people just don't like to write. But with the whole use of the internet, of the um, audio stuff, if anybody who wants to get their point out, I think will have to write, because then they can get it into audio. Not to say that making videos and talking is definitely cool too. But yeah, I'm excited about writing because of Natural Reader. I should ask them to sponsor me, man. I'm tooting their horn so much. Alrighty.